Welcome back to the Dirty Shirt Podcast.
This is Season 2, Episode 10.
I'm Braden.
And I'm Nolan.
And we're off. All right. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you.
This is Alan. Alan is a friend of mine and coworker now.
I don't work right now though.
No, no, you don't. So you're, would you? Because we've talked about this before. Are you my boss?
Is this gonna be in right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
I don't think I am. I can't fire you.
Yeah, it's true.
So
That's
I
true.
don't think I'm your boss. I
Yeah.
think I have more experience than you, so sometimes you may just have to listen to me.
Yeah,
But no, I don't think I'm your boss.
Okay. Well, and I do like, I'm very aware of my I guess naivety isn't the right word, but like
I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Is that a word at all?
I don't know.
naivete. Naivety.
Naivety? I don't
Being
know.
naive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you meant. What was the question? I got distracted by that.
I'm very, very aware of my inexperience, we'll say.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fair.
Yeah. So I'm happy to listen to whatever you have to say
Well, that's appreciated.
While we're at work.
Working explosives, that's probably important.
Right. Yeah. So, the frequent listeners of the podcast know what I do, which is drilling and blasting. But yeah, do you maybe want to just we'll hop right into it. Do you want to give like a little explanation or summary of?
So basically what we do is there's a big like industrial rig drill that drills holes in the ground anywhere between like 3 to 5 inches, and it depends on how deep we're going, depends on where the rock's at, what needs built there. Basically we go to construction sites where there's underground rock, drill a bunch of holes in it in a pattern. Then we go back a day, 2 later, depends how much you're drilling, load it with explosives, and then at the end of the day we blast it, and it breaks up the rock so an excavator can dig it.
Yeah.
So it just gets rock out of the way. It makes a big rock into a bunch of small rocks.
Yeah.
So
nice. Yeah, it's cool. It's like I don't know. Everybody who I tell it to is always like, "Wow, that's like really cool." And
yeah,
like, it is.
That's.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, some days it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some parts of it are cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard work. I mean,
Right.
it's manual labor most of the time.
Yeah. And it's a lot of work for like.
Yeah, half of a second
of like
an
cool
explosion.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And if I do my job right, stuff doesn't go flying in the air, which people
Right.
when people hear this, they think like, oh, there's rocks flying.
Yeah.
Like if I do my job wrong, there is.
Yeah.
But like, hopefully that's not happening.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's funny. Like I've like shown videos to people, and it'll go like, poof, 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 poof,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I was like, yeah, well, yeah,
It just like settles a little
Right.
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I like to show them the ones that like move a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, ideally there's movement.
Right.
Because then you're breaking something. You know,
Mhm.
if something's happening.
Yeah.
So I like seeing something move,
Right.
but I don't like anything airborne. So
Right.
I want it to jump and mound as much as I can, but at the same time without it going flying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you're able to test afterwards, like how efficiently you broke up rock?
the excavator, the guy that digs that,
They'll just tell you?
Yeah, and they'll let you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've been told on more than one occasion that like this is way too big, this is way too hard to dig, and sometimes it's the matter of adjusting the pattern, sometimes it's a matter of adjusting the amount of explosives we put in, sometimes it's just a rock and it's like, hey, sorry about your luck. Like
Yeah.
there's things we can change to make it easier, but there's sometimes it's
Just the way it
bummer
is,
for you.
yeah.
It's going to be digging hard, I guess. So.
Yeah.
But
Are there different patterns for different types of rock?
not for different types of rock. Mainly different depths would change the pattern, and yeah, type of rock would change too. Like where I started, we went to quarries and construction sites. Right now, we're just doing construction sites. And a lot of construction sites around here, the rock's fairly soft. It's limestone. It's shale. So that stuff, it doesn't, and we're not going very deep. We're not doing a very big hole. Patterns change more when you get into quarries and looking for like optimum breakage. In construction sites, it's not. They're just looking to be able to dig it. They kind of you want the biggest pattern that they can still dig it easily. Essentially,
Mhm.
it's cheaper. Less holes is cheaper. So you want to space that pattern out as much as possible.
Mm.
But if they can't dig it, then it's just costing them money. So
Right. You had mentioned about being in, well, quarries.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like it, like sometimes they still need like bigger pieces.
That's very rare.
Okay.
So where we were at in Cornwall, they wanted essentially like as big as possible because they were just trying to move it. They didn't need it broken up for any. Now, when we first started, this is before you were there, they wanted smaller stuff, and then they're
Okay.
like, well, we're just kind of trying to move it,
Mhm.
and then when they do coal miners want as big as possible. That's probably where you remember
Okay.
that from. So coal
Yeah.
quarries they literally just want to push it to a different spot. If their excavator can push it, that's good enough for them typically because they want the coal underneath. They're not interested in selling the rock.
Right.
So usually quarries want as small as possible, as broken as possible, because they're putting it through a crusher, and the less they have to crush, the faster it goes through the crusher, and the more money they make.
Got
Less
it.
wear and tear on their crusher, and more product coming out at the end of the day.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I would say like it's funny like talking to you and I don't know how Mike feels about us saying what would feel about us saying his name on here.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's watching.
No, I don't think he did. He actually asked me about it one time.
Oh, really?
Well, he asked me when I was doing the one evening, and I was like, "Oh, I hang out with my friends." Like, "Oh, what you doing?" I was like, "Recording a podcast."
Yeah, it's so odd.
It's like it's weird to like say, you know. It's
Yeah.
Like, it's something
And I don't
feel
think,
embarrassed
like,
about sometimes.
maybe don't say his last name. Like,
Right, no, yeah.
what's Mike gonna? I mean, Mike's a pretty generic name.
True.
so-
Yeah. True. Yeah.
It's a different mic. we're
Right.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anywho, talking with you and him about it, like he said, like oftentimes he'll just say like he works in construction because that's like easier to explain.
Yeah.
Than, like
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yep.
And I think that's the first time I asked you what you do. I think you told me that you work in construction.
Yeah, people
And-
a lot of times don't know what
Right.
it is, and then like you said, like they think it's some giant explosion. They
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
wrong idea. So it's like, yeah, it's construction work. It's manual labor.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes sense. It's like it's much easier to like, yeah, to, yeah. They get the idea
Right.
by saying that.
Right.
As far as like what the job is like. So, yeah, that does make sense. But yeah, it's just like I don't know, it's a cool thing. So, yeah. You're somebody who like I know about it a little bit, so I don't know what questions to ask anymore, you know, as far like somebody who doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah. Do you have any naivetes?
Yeah. I have a couple nativities for you now. Yeah, I mean, I think like probably one of the coolest or like strangest parts of it is that you just get a ton of explosives. Like,
Yeah.
I think where do you get those from? Not that we're gonna get them, but like
So like where?
Oh yeah.
Just
where
like
do
a
we
company
keep them?
ships
Or-
them
Yeah. Yeah.
to
That's
you?
exactly what it is. It's
Yeah.
just it comes almost like when I at my old company we even had products sometimes come on like regular freight, like a tractor trailer back into
Yeah.
our parking lot, and we'd get a forklift, and that was very rare because again it's explosives. You know, there had to be. The hardest thing with getting off a tractor trailer is like they'll tell you we'll be here this day, and we have to be there when they get there. So like sometimes they show up at 8, sometimes they show up at 3 in the afternoon. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
you're sitting there in the parking lot all day because you have to be there when they pull in.
Right.
So typically they come like on a
yeah.
private truck, like a.
They got short fuses, like they're not willing to hang around, or
Is that a dad joke or?
this is the pun, yeah.
No, they're not. Well, all truck drivers, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
they make their money by dropping and leaving, not
Right.
sitting and hanging out. So,
Right.
but no, yeah, it comes from a company. Yeah, they're just manufacturers all over the country and world. Like when I worked at my old company, some of our product came from Spain. A lot of it came from West Virginia. I don't know where ours comes from now. I think it's upstate
Tennessee.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
West
Tennessee.
Virginia makes sense. I feel like they could probably just make it in their basement there. Like,
Yeah. Well,
It is the middle of nowhere.
I
We'll
only-
make it there.
I only know Tennessee because they had that
Booster plant?
Yeah, booster plant that
Yeah,
exploded.
and we're not getting that. I don't know where our dynamite comes from right now because
Yeah.
we're using more dynamite now because of
Right.
that. Well, because boosters are expensive, but
Right.
like our Anfo I think comes from like Tamaqua, and there's like they make that. So that's just diesel. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. It's like it's a blend
yeah.
of things
stuff.
that you can get
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe I
you
should
could
be
just
saying,
look up-
edit that part out too.
I don't know. You can just look up what ANFO means. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's easy enough to Google.
True. Yeah. I was wondering, like, how close is there a scale for like power of an explosive, and how close is like a firework that you can just like buy off a
Oh
shelf?
man, I
to,
would
like-
I don't know. That's the best answer is I don't know because like I don't know what fireworks are made of.
Yeah.
I know what our products like I would think that ours are way more powerful. I know they detonate faster. I believe maybe I don't know that. I believe they detonate faster. I think a lot of fireworks are like black powder and that burns slower. And we're talking about like obviously you can't see black powder burn. It looks instant,
Mhm.
but I think black powder is like 3 to 5,000 feet per second. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. And a lot of our explosives is like 10 to 20,000 feet per second. You know, depending on the density changes, all that. So, but no, I don't think fireworks really.
That's funny.
yeah. Well, just like that question, like, where do you get it from? Well, and it's like interesting because like, there's so many laws about like how to transport and everything like that, and like, your vehicle has to be like, marked correctly and yada yada, and I don't know. Can you expand on that a little bit?
What the legality of driving
Right,
explosives?
yeah.
So it has to be placarded on all four sides, which is the same for any like hazmat material. You can't smoke in it or near it.
Yeah. Which is funny because Mike tells a story about like how like the guy that he learned from would be like loading holes while smoking cigarettes and whatever.
Cherries be
Just
falling
like-
off into I've heard
Yeah.
about guys like that too. Luckily I've never worked. I don't think I've ever. No, I know I haven't. I've never worked with anyone that smoked on the shot. I've seen people that were ignorant walk onto the shot smoking, and all the blasters I've ever worked with would immediately like that is like a big no-no. It was
Yeah.
a big like get out of here right now. You can't be like they got mad.
Yeah.
I'm a little more gentle,
Right.
but I think Mike probably would be too.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Probably just as mad as like, you know, the people that run like wedding venues when you try to bring a sparkler onto site. You know what I mean?
oh, I didn't know that was. I didn't,
Make
is
it
that a
so-
thing?
Yeah, everyone's doing the sparkler send-offs, and they're like, "Not in the building, not in the building. You have to be on site."
I'm,
'Cause it's
I'm,
like-
I'm past people getting married. Like all my
Yeah,
friends are already
yeah.
married 10 years, and that was a thing when I was.
Yeah. I think what it is it goes like beyond their insurance claim. So like, if someone were to light their like barn on fire with the sparkler,
yeah, I get that.
Like,
no,
they wouldn't-
when
yeah.
now that you say it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was picturing people outside with
Yeah.
sparklers. I'm like, what's the big
Right.
deal? It
Less
wasn't-
dangerous for sure. But
Yeah.
Than smoking and blasting.
Right.
Yeah.
Same energy though.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what other laws there really are with that. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
it's the same. Like I've been truck driving so long, I think maybe I even like not forget, but like
Right.
I just naturally do them.
Right.
Like obviously proper like bracing and loading is important. You don't want that stuff shifting around or
Right.
flying off. You know, has to be locked up.
Yeah. Well, and like we have like special like
Boxes.
boxes. Yeah. The boxes was one of the things that was like foreign to me. Like because we have a pickup now that has a special box on the back that
Mhm.
can hold and transport explosives.
Yep.
And then like we have one that is older, and we have to like get a specially made one to like have a new one, and I had to order it from like some random place in Ohio because that's
Yeah.
like the nearest place that makes anything like that.
Right.
So yeah, it's all like very specialized and everything like that. Like the place that we were at recently that you weren't at, we had to use the
mats.
mats, yeah.
Yeah.
And which is like another thing that's like, what could possibly be the purpose? So basically, it's a big steel mat that you put out on top of the shot so that in the event that anything could, we're closer to things, so
It's more likely something's more than likely to, not more than likely. It's more likely to get hit than when you're not near something. Obviously,
Right.
the further away you are, the safer you are.
yeah.
So when you're near other buildings or people, you have to put these big, heavy. I think they're 3 to 8
Mike was saying
pounds.
Mike was saying 2,000 pounds.
They're 2,000 pounds each.
Yeah.
So the ones that at my old job, they were heavier. They were rubber mats, though.
Okay.
I think they're between 3,000 and 6,000 pounds, 3,000 and 5,000 pounds a piece, just depending on the size of them. But they're heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy.
And they're big. And like I asked him. He said that they're made out of old elevator cables.
Okay.
Is what the steel comes from. And it's like that's just so interesting to me that like these things were like specially crafted for this one purpose, and like what else would you use a giant steel mat like that for?
Right.
Like,
Yep.
nothing really.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you would get it from like recycled material like that. So yeah, it's just interesting. And I was like, I wonder how much this would be worth to like scrap. How much steel is there? You know.
Right.
I don't know what steel goes for per pound.
It's very low right now. I know
Oh,
that.
yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's interesting stuff.
It is. No, I forgot. I totally forgot I was kind of just locked in your conversation. Forgot what I was going to say. No, it is weird how obviously you guys have a lot of clearances as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The company and the workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, like I'm sure Mike pays a lot of money for insurance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told me a little bit about it. It's just like there's so much there. Like there's a lot of money in insurance because like they don't want to insure us because
Right.
like if there's one thing that like I don't know, it's just like hey, like if you think about an insurance company, like what's one thing they would not want to like insure? Oh, like,
Explosives.
Explosives.
Yeah.
Something that's
Yeah.
absolute. If there's anything that could blow up, it's an explosive.
Like it's designed to do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense why they wouldn't want to insure us, but we need insurance. So yeah.
I forget what it is too. Like, I don't remember my rate for like workers' comp, but it's basically like every dollar I pay like an employee, like the rate is like 1.2 cents or something like that. I have to like pay into like a workers' comp if they would get, I don't know, burned by a steam wand or like,
Right.
you know, the stove blows up or something. But it's like pretty low for cafes. It's a safe job. I heard like roofers, it's like anywhere from like, depending what they're working on, it's like anywhere from like 13 to like 25 cents. Like per dollar you're paying that
dollar
person.
they
So
make.
it's
Wow.
like a huge expense because there's just a bunch of guys walking around on roofs different times a year just stapling things in. So I'm like, I wonder what yours
Yeah.
is.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't want to pay it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting thought.
Yeah, and hopefully you don't have to draw out of it either.
Right.
Because, like, if you
Yeah.
guys are taking out workers' comp, you're going to get, like, a Purple Heart. Like, you're going to have a amputee
I
or
feel
something.
so like everyone thinks like when they hear explosives industry, they think it's like we're playing with fire, like matches.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it is fairly. I mean, you're working with explosives. I mean, there's an inherent danger there, but like I feel like it is safer than most people think. I feel like if I was going to get hurt, it'd be more likely like breaking my ankle walking on the job site,
Yeah.
like because the job sites are so uneven. They're slick. There's rock
Right.
sticking up out of the ground. Sometimes it's uneven. You know.
A lot of loose rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I was going to hurt myself, it'd probably be my ankles
Yeah.
or like my
Yeah, yeah.
knees. It's
Yeah.
not really losing a hand or like an
Right.
arm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're being like you're using
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah.
And you're not like
I also feel like if like a booster went off, if a booster went off and you lost an arm, I'd be like, that was a good day. Like I don't think
Yeah.
there'd be a workman's comp claim. Like I think it'd be a life insurance claim.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What do you mean by booster? That would be interesting to talk about. Like
That's hard to break down
Yeah.
without visuals.
Right.
So like there's a tiny little, I don't know. Oh, here we go. It's like a cap size
Yeah,
roughly.
that's it.
So there's a cap, and this cap has this long cord coming off of it that's filled with like this explosive powder. It's mainly hollow. It just carries a current through it as like a signal, vibration, I think. And then that cap goes into a booster, which is the size of like a small, like an 8-ounce soda can, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that cap sends a signal and has a little explosive powder in the end of it, and that booster has more explosive powder, or not powder. It is, I think it's actually PETN, which is a type of explosive, and that explosive ignites our ANFO, which is what the bulk product is. So there's a series of, like, if a cap goes off in your hand, you'll probably lose some fingers, maybe your hand. If a booster goes off in your hand, I don't think you're worried about anything anymore ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, and there's no way for it to go off in your, just go off in your hand.
Yeah, you'd have to be doing something dumb.
Yeah.
Like, boosters are safe.
Yeah.
You'd have to be trying it almost, or being really ignorant to what you're doing.
Right.
Mm.
Which we're not. So,
I hope not.
yeah, we're mostly
Man.
safe.
When me and my brother were younger, we got into all sorts of tomfoolery. You know, we were like taking the, limiters off of like our mini bike and go-kart and fixing them up and doing all the things as you do.
Right.
And one of the things we got into was making our own like rockets. Just that you would put wings on, send up in the sky. And my brother would like look up at all these things, and he was very like scientific minded. He's an engineer now. And he would like buy this like stump remover like special thing with this certain chemical and like powdered sugar, and we'd be mixing it up in our garage and we'd be doing all this stuff. We like bought a rock tumbler and like
Are you admitting to felonies on a podcast? Like, maybe you should shut up.
making black powder and stuff.
Right.
And at one point he like ordered some like specialty chemical from like a science website, and it showed up like hazard symbols on it, like just wrapped like on our porch, and my dad was like, "What is going on?"
All right,
But
maybe
no.
we did take a step back.
Hey, no, it was like, I think it was very, very small explosives, but it was
Yeah.
just like we'd take it to a local park and like put some wings on it and just shoot them off and stuff. But it was very funny, like, like there's a lot of ingredients readily available.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it doesn't take that much. Like, a quick Google search can get you all you need to know.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to figure out how to do something bad, they could.
And now we're.
Yeah. Letting them know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all
Fine.
on. Yeah. There's everything on everything now. On like Netflix, they were like, does this show, it was like Ozark or whatever, like they literally teach you how to launder money. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're fine.
Yeah.
My conscience is clear.
Yeah. If Ozark can get away with it, we can.
Yeah.
I feel like Ozarks have way better lawyers because I don't have one. I'm assuming you guys don't have lawyers either.
No, I don't have a
I'll
lawyer.
represent myself.
Yeah. Your Honor, we felt like talking about it, so we did.
Your Honor, the AI overview would have told me the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool and interesting job. Yeah.
Yeah, an important thing for building foundations and stuff. You ever think that it might be nicer to have a rock foundation than a crumbly rock foundation? Ever think about that?
I don't think it's the foundations necessarily. Like, it's more like
Yeah.
the piping and electrical wires that go underground, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like, I don't know. So I'm not an engineer. I don't design the blueprints and tell people why this 300-foot mountain has to come down to 270 feet elevation and then you can build a house on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm there to, like, I get hired to blow up rock. I don't care, why.
Yeah.
So
That's the other interesting part about it. Like, we are subcontractors of excavators who are subcontractors of, like, the larger construction company who's hired to build the thing.
yeah, so they're essentially even the excavation company is a subcontractor to the builder, who is a
Right.
subcontractor to the guy that owns the land, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's like kicking the I don't know.
but
Yeah.
once you get to blasting, you've reached the end.
Right.
There's no one else under us.
Yeah. Yeah. Which it's like in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, Palpatine tells Count Dooku to kill Padme, but Dooku doesn't want to do it, so he tells
You lost me when you said Star Wars.
He said Dooku. I don't know.
hold on, let me just get this out. Dooku doesn't want to do it, so he tells Jango Fett to do it, and Jango doesn't want to do it, so he tells this other assassin to do it, and the other assassin doesn't want to do it, so he tells his droid to go his droid to do it, and then the droid sends in a little insect, and the insect goes and tries to kill it, and the insect gets killed by it.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Actually, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yep. So
How many boosters do you think it would take to take down Mount Rushmore?
A lot.
yeah.
Working in rock, does it make Mount? Have you been to Mount Rushmore?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Mount Rushmore isn't that big.
I still think just if you're just using boosters,
that's
though,
true. If you're just using
a lot.
boosters,
Yeah.
or I don't know, whatever
yeah.
you guys are doing.
How many holes?
Yeah.
It would have
Probably.
I mean, how many holes with our drill?
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of holes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like something like that. They're using drills. Like when I worked in the quarries, it's not even the same type of drill.
Mhm.
Like it's what we use is called a
DeWalt?
top hammer.
Oh, no.
We're using top hammer drills. Like quarries use down the hole hammer drills now. Like it's we couldn't with our drill. It would die before.
Yeah.
I saw like a picture when they were like, Mount Rushmore is very impressive. We had a chance to go see it. We were probably 1,000 yards away, and we didn't go and see it.
I
We
heard
should
the
have.
exact opposite about it being impressive. I heard it's like a huge disappointment.
Well, I heard that too, and that's
I've
why
heard
we
both
skipped
things.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think the feat is very impressive, especially for the time period they built it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, what they did was impressive.
Yeah.
I also not saying like I wouldn't travel out west to go see your Mount Rushmore.
Right.
If you're 1,000 feet away, that is a little questionable.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was like
We wanted to see sunset in Badlands, and it was a whole thing.
because we would have gone. Our chance to go was we wanted to see the sunset in the Badlands.
They should just put up lights.
Right.
It's not our fault.
Right.
Yeah, why didn't they think about that when they made it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
They could put up lights now.
They might have lights. Honestly.
Yeah.
We didn't think about.
Yeah,
that.
we did not think about that. Yeah.
But
I'm allowed to Google it during.
yeah, go ahead. We do classically don't really look things up like when we have when we don't know something, but
I saw though
there
to like create
lights?
depth in like different parts, especially the pupils. It's just huge holes.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's pictures of like people just like sitting in there and just eating like their lunch,
right.
which is really cool.
Mount Rushmore is illuminated nightly with a special lighting system.
There you go.
What are we doing?
Oh yeah, it's very well lit. Yeah, look at that. You could easily.
That'd have been cooler.
That would have been really cool.
Oh man.
Oh well.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it was funny. We wanted to see the sunset in the Badlands, and then the next place we were going was Yellowstone. So as soon as the sunset, we just went straight there, and we were like, we literally
Past the
drive
sign.
past the sign that was like, "Go this way for Mount Rushmore." And we were like, "Nah, it's dark. We won't be able to see it anyways."
Man,
So yeah. Oh well.
we're allergic to a little research,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yep.
Other stuff. Well, I guess moving on from blasting, we mentioned that, we also see you in another sphere. It's at weekly basketball.
Yes.
Not-
Not
Yeah.
so much right now,
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. I was like, we could just talk about it a little bit. We like a little bit of sports chat on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Are
this
we talking
podcast.
church league basketball?
Yeah,
This is why you guys don't have listeners now.
He talks church league softball all the time.
Yeah, you're in there. Yeah. Well, just like I don't know, just like I think it's interesting the like vibe of like pickup because we just have it. We say Monday night,
Yep.
come play basketball.
Yep.
And then whoever shows up, we just play. We make teams, whatever. And like I've heard discussion on the web before of like sometimes like people can be surprised how it's really that easy. Like we just show up and make teams and then you play. Like
Yeah.
there's no like I don't know, like at least where we play, I don't know, this could be different other places, but like where we play, like everybody's really chill with each other. Like we're all like, I wouldn't say like, we're pretty similar, like skill level wise. Like
Yeah, I mean, it depends who shows up for
right,
sure. Yeah.
right. But like everybody can hold their own, and and so like, is really like we get there, make teams, and then you play, and it's
Well,
like,
yeah, even if
fun.
like the guys that are, sometimes we have girls show up,
right, yeah,
whoever shows up that's, if they're not as good, well, throw somebody else that's not as good on the other team. Like,
Right,
let them
right.
play each other. It's not
Yeah.
that big a deal.
yeah,
I mean, I think when you get to my age, not that much older than you guys. When you get to my age, like I do it because if I don't, I'll be even fatter.
Right.
So like I do it to run. Like it's
Yeah.
the only exercise that I can tolerate. So
Yeah.
So I don't care if I'm winning or losing as long as I'm sweating.
Right. Yeah. And I remember like the first like a couple times, or I don't know, first amount of time that I would come out and play, I would get like really frustrated if I like wasn't shooting well or like doing something poorly.
Shooting well.
Yeah, I know. I never
You'd
shoot
get
well.
yeah,
I would.
I thought you'd be numb to that.
Well, I got numb to that over time. But, or just like playing poorly, like making mistakes that I don't feel like I should be making
Right.
or whatever. And I would get like really frustrated. And I'm like, I get frustrated from things at work, and then I go play basketball and I'm frustrated, and I just get frustrated on the way home, and like, why am I just angry all the time? Like, so I started playing like more for the experience of being there and enjoying it,
Right.
rather than like for
like I said,
score
it's
or
to not get fatter.
Right.
And like the guys that we play with are cool. Hang
Yeah.
out with the guys. It's something different to do.
Yeah, and it's been really cool. Like our friends from camp we got a group from that coming, and which has been great to see them more. And yeah, I don't know, it's a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the winter when it's hard to get outside. It's
Yeah.
hard to like
Stay
do
active.
athletic things. It's nice to have a group of like, it depends on the evening, but at least 10, like
Yeah.
usually like 14 to 20 guys that like,
Have more guys been showing up since I left?
Yeah, well,
Maybe I was the problem.
here
Maybe
and
I
there.
needed to leave.
No, not more consistently. It was funny.
I did hear there was a week there was like 25 people there.
Yes.
That's tough.
Yes, and that's the only time it happened. So there was a week when 25 people showed up. The following week, 8 people showed up.
So when
because-
I ran it at Grace Point,
yeah,
there was 2 courts. So people would show up. There were 20 people at least every week.
mm-hmm.
Almost always. There was one week 50 people showed up, exactly 50.
Wow.
And that was out of hand even for 2 courts,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So the exact same thing happened. The next week there were 5.
Mm.
5. We actually had to pull Melanie was
crazy.
there, and she had to hop on so we could play 3-on-3. Because like that many guys showed up, they're like, if it's gonna be like this, I'm not coming anymore.
Right.
And then no one shows up the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So
And yeah, it's been nice since then. It was like 8, and then last week there was 12, or like this past Monday I think there was 12, and so I mean it's gonna get back up again. But yeah, it's just how it works, I guess. Yeah, because like we play on like a pretty small court.
yeah, it's a full court, but like a condensed full court,
Right.
a miniature full court.
Yeah, it's weird, but
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's perfect to play 4-on-4 on, because 5v5 it feels kind of like
Yeah.
crowded.
Yes, I agree.
And so if there's 12 people there, that's 3 teams of 4, and then you have 2 teams on, 1 team off, like resting, and I think that's like ideal.
Yeah.
And if you have less than that to be able to play 5s, like that's fine too, and then you're like always playing games, which is nice. But it's just yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, to have 25 on a night is insane.
Yeah, that's essentially that's the equivalent
right.
with one court as
Yeah.
50 on 2. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that is funny that it just like ebbs and flows, and then it just like hits a peak, drops off,
Right.
and like
And then it had to
builds
build
up,
back up, yeah.
drops off.
Yeah.
That is funny.
that week though that we had 50 at Grace Point, it never recovered.
Oh,
it
yeah.
never came back, like never
Huh.
to full capacity like it was before.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like it scared
Wow.
a lot of people away.
Hmm.
And it was chaotic in there. That many people, like trying to organize that many people into teams and games and
Yeah.
make sure everyone's like
Yeah.
trying to make sure everyone's getting a turn.
Right.
And like Braden
Right.
said, like you get some new people there, and maybe not everybody like knows what the vibe is. That it's
Right.
like for
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like suddenly it's getting chippy because there's
Yeah.
like people that like
Yep.
have something to prove. Like
Right.
they're trying to be back in their like glory days
kinda
in
what
high school. Like
I kind of like being. Sometimes I kind of like being the older guy there now.
Yeah.
Because now I'm in that position where like I feel like I'm older and be like, hey, knock that off.
Right.
Or, like, hey, if you're gonna keep doing that, you gotta go.
Right.
I get why like you may not feel comfortable talking to a peer like that, but me as the older guy, like that everyone knows is running it when I am there.
Yeah.
I feel like not that I'm gonna beat anybody up. I'm
Sure.
pretty.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty weak, but
I would say that.
and mellow. But
Yeah, I would say you're more mellow than you are weak.
I think it might be equal.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not beating up people for a lot of reasons, but like even just like that elder statesman coming to me like, hey. And like I do it calmly. Like I'll warn people before I'm like.
Yeah.
I did have to tell people at CCC last year like, hey, you do that again. You got like one more time. You got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
usually by then people mellow out.
Yeah, I mean it happens here and there.
You're right.
Um,
Okay, everyone's
Just
being
put him in the
competitive.
post.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You
being
know.
competitive. Everyone's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
young and manly.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, like actually, yeah. Just recently, there's one guy who's comes a lot who like he's been getting better and like he knows it and he's like real happy about it and so like he like gets yeah. Sometimes instead of just celebrating, he's like putting down the other people around him and it's like you gotta knock it off. And I've told him and yeah. So we keep him humble.
How old is he?
I don't know. I think
He's younger than me.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I'll be
think he's
back
like-
soon.
Yeah. He's younger than me. I think he's 19 or 20.
Okay.
So Alan, why are you not playing basketball? Right
I had a minor surgery, very minor.
now? Okay.
No, I had a very major surgery. I recently, December 2nd, donated part of my liver.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm trying to remember like when you first told me that you were doing this, like things that I was like curious about. Because it's been a while now.
Yeah. Yeah. It took a long time to like get all the tests and stuff done. So
Right.
it took a while from like the beginning of this process to having my surgery. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah. Why can you donate part of your liver?
because your liver regenerates, it's the only organ in your body that grows back.
Yeah.
So, and in a fairly short amount of time, I believe, or like most of the way anyway. So,
Wow. Salamander tail.
Yeah.
I think it's actually currently regenerating. I can feel it.
Nice. Oh.
Like the Grinch. My liver grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, there you go. How much of it was taken off? Do you
I don't know. So I know a very small portion. So like when I first tried to donate my liver, it was to an adult, actually in Lidditz.
Oh yeah.
And I went to get tested to see if I was a match for him, and I like all of my blood work and stuff said I was, but the anatomy of my liver made it so I couldn't donate to him. So basically what they told me is that I couldn't donate a big enough portion to an adult, so if I wanted to continue with the donation process, it would have to be to a child. So there's 2 segments of your liver. The right I think it's called a right lateral segment and the left lateral segment. The right lateral segment is the portion you typically donate to an adult, but since they didn't need as big and that's the bigger section. Since they were taking a smaller piece, they actually took from my left lateral segment, which is a slightly easier surgery and recovery, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They showed me a picture. There's nothing and they showed me a picture of my liver after it was taken out. There was nothing in the picture to compare it to, but I'd say if I had to guess, about yay. I don't know though. Like maybe like the size of like a small fist.
Yeah.
I don't know. An apple maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. There was nothing. There wasn't like an apple sitting there I could compare it to.
Right.
So.
Didn't have a banana for scale.
Right.
That should be standard in all
Yeah.
medical practices. Banana for scale.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super. Well, first of all, very cool of you to do. Donate
Well,
part
thank
of
you.
your liver. Yeah. So what is the recovery process like? And I know originally you had said like 3-ish months. Is that kind of tracking?
So yeah, it's 3 months for me to come back to work till I essentially have no, what do they call it? Like guidelines, really. Like, from the time I had my surgery until 6 weeks, I couldn't lift, push, or pull more than 10 pounds. I'm actually at about, I think yesterday was the start of week 8. So I'm about 2/3 of the way done. So they told me I could start introducing slightly more weight. I don't know what that means. So I've been trying to be pretty cautious. But but it was pretty easy. Again, I don't know how, like, I'm sure it's different for everyone. Everybody's body's different. I'm guessing if I would have donated a bigger portion of my liver, it probably would have hurt more and hurt longer. So maybe I got lucky that I only could donate to a child. And, I had my surgery on a Tuesday. I got discharged from the hospital on a Saturday morning, and the next Sunday morning I was at church. Now I wasn't like running up and down the aisles at church, but like I was able to get myself out of bed, get dressed, take a shower, 5 days after. I didn't do a whole lot for a week or two. Then I started walking more. And now I'd say after 4 or 5 weeks, unless I do something real dumb, I don't really think about it at all, which is nice. Again, yeah, but it does make the days at home doing nothing when everyone else is, that is at work or at school. My kids are at school, my wife's at work, no one's home, everybody's working. It makes for long days sitting around. But
how have you been filling your time?
In the beginning, a lot of TV.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to tell you that I watched a bunch of like really cool stuff. I've been mostly disappointed in the things I watched. Now that I'd say after like the last 2 to 3 weeks, especially, again, I have a 5 and a 6-year-old. There's things to clean all the time. So I've been doing a lot of dishes, a lot of laundry, odds and ends around the house. I've been doing most of the grocery shopping. We had meals set up, people to bring to us for the first, I guess, through the first 6 weeks. So those just ended a couple days ago, last week. So I don't know if it's week 6, 7, or 8. I don't know. I like cooking, but I haven't been able to because people are bringing me a meal 3 times a week, and there's always leftovers. So I didn't have to do any of that. But now I'm hoping to start cooking again. So, yeah.
Is this your first time being a stay-at-home dad?
Yes.
Do you enjoy it, or?
Well, I wish my kids were there.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would really enjoy it if I was with my kids. And like when Melanie would stay home, she's a teacher, so when she gets the time off for the summer, it's summertime. Like, there's all kinds of stuff to do.
Hang out with them
now,
all the
like,
time.
when I have them, when they have a day off work, I'm like, well, it's 16 degrees outside. What do you guys want to do? And we try and find something to do and something fun to do, even if it's at home. So, but yeah, I think I would very much like being a stay-at-home dad if I was actually home with children. But
that's fun.
I'm just a stay-at-home bum.
I've always said I'd be like, I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. I think it'd be great, but I don't think we'll ever be in that situation, unfortunately. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. I'm open to it, though. Some guys are not open to it. I'm open to it.
When we had kids, the original plan was for me to be a stay-at-home dad and my wife to keep working. Because the job I had, I knew I wasn't staying at. And my wife felt like she had her dream job. So I thought, well, then I'll stay home. And then she was a teacher. And our son was born in 2020. I thought, man, what a great year to not be a teacher. Like, COVID's, we're in the heart of COVID teaching. I said, why don't you take the year off, And she was home. She's like, okay, I'll take the year off, but I'm still certain after this year I'm going to go back to teaching. And then I remember it was exactly a week from that day that we had that conversation. I got a text. I'm at work. I'd say I'm only like 50% sure I want to go back to work now. 1 week from that day. It was the next Monday. So 2 weeks after we had a discussion, I'm 99% sure I want to stay at home. I'm like, yeah, I knew this is going to happen. So I wound up continuing to work, and she was a stay-at-home mom. But the original plan was for me to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
I got robbed.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's interesting. I think that's becoming more common. I don't know.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of curious, like, what kind of initiated the organ donation
How
process
much time do you
for
have?
you? Okay. And like, because it kind of seems like it was more of a general thing for you. I've like seen like billboards or like flyers that say like, hey, my uncle needs a liver or
a kidney, right?
a kidney or something, and it's like, please donate, call this number. So it wasn't like that for you.
Oh man, so like, how deep you want to go here?
Whatever you're willing.
Well, let's see what time it is. 6:30. All right, we got a little time. So my aunt, my great aunt, was a kidney recipient. She received a kidney. She wound up passing away when I was 14. So I always had like this desire, I guess, or like this extra motivation, if you would, to do it. I obviously felt like called to do it. I don't think you do something like that. I mean, at least as a Christian, you don't do something like that without Like, that's pretty drastic.
Yeah.
And, like, I battled with that for a little bit, too. Like, I felt called to do it, but at the same time, too, I have these, like, 2 young kids and a wife at home. Like, if something bad happened during surgery and I died, like, am I actually being selfish?
Right.
Like, even though I feel called to do it. And I actually talked about that one time at our small group. Another guy told me, he's like, well, if you feel called to do it and you don't do it, isn't that sinning? I'm like, all right, well, thanks for figuring that out for me, you know. So there was that, you know, and then when I guess I was 31, I had a friend that had colorectal cancer, and she died. And then I found there was a guy in New York, this is a couple years back now, that needed a liver, who also had colorectal cancer. He lived. He had treatment, but the chemo killed his liver. So he needed a liver donation. So I tried donating to him, and I was in the process of, like, going through the test for him, and then they actually found someone that was way closer. Like, they're like, hey, we're going to use this guy. He's, you know, in New York already. You don't have to travel, you know. So then that kind of all got put on hold for a little while, you know, with job and kids. And then the mother of the friend that I had that died, she messaged Melanie and said, hey, I know Alan tried to donate a liver one time before this. We know this guy. He needs a liver. So that's how I started the process again. Start up with him, and then it wasn't a match for him. And they're like, you know, they ask you at all your tests, you know, how do you know this guy? I'm like, I don't. Like, he's a friend of a friend, really. And then they asked me, like, well, you're not a match for him, but since you don't really know him, would you be interested in donating to someone else? I'm like, yeah, I don't really care who it goes to. You know, if somebody needs it, I'll do it. So, yeah, that was how I got there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. So, I'm not saying you would or should, but could you donate again? Like,
No, I asked that.
Okay.
I thought maybe they just, like, put, like, a zipper
Right.
in, like, you know,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
seal it up completely, like, once
I
it
was gonna say,
regenerates.
give you a liver factory,
No,
just keep pumping
I
it.
asked, and they said one and done. I don't know the
Really?
science behind that. They didn't explain
Huh.
that to me, but, like, they're like, maybe you could, and they just like, man, we're not testing that out.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it's like stress on the body type of thing.
I don't know. They told me I could donate a kidney still,
Huh.
but that had to wait a year.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. So with a liver donation, the surgery is way more painful. It's longer. The recovery's longer. It just hurts more in general. But in a year, normal. A kidney, it's way easier surgery, way quicker recovery, but, like, the long-term health effects can be more severe.
Oh.
You have to be way more careful with your diet, what you eat, drink, and yeah, the side effects of, because, you know, your liver regenerates, and in a year you're normal.
Right.
Your kidney, you had 2 kidneys, and now
I
you have
have
one.
one, yeah.
They did tell me that the additional kidney does grow in size,
Hmm.
but not double in size.
Right.
It tries to help make up for the lack of kidney. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm open to it. Melanie was like, absolutely not. So she may win that one since I already did this.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe in a year's time she won't think anything of it. I don't know.
Like, that wasn't that bad. You
I
can
heard
donate a
there's
kidney.
about right around 350 double donors in the United States, liver and kidney.
Really?
Man,
That'd be
that's a
cool.
list I want to
Yeah.
It's
be
an
on.
elite club.
Yeah. Top 0.001%.
Right.
I guess, speaking of which, like, how much of a need would you say are there for donors?
Oh, a lot. So, like, I believe, again, I'm not some, like, advocate for
Yeah.
liver donation. I believe the number I heard was there is 7,000 people in the greater Philadelphia area that need a life-saving liver donation,
Wow.
which is a lot of people.
That's
and,
not
like,
that big of an area,
no, but
considering.
they're all, to me, like, that's kind of what's almost like, I try not to be like, I don't want to make anyone feel guilty about,
Sure.
like, not doing it, obviously, but, like, there's millions of people in that area. There should be, when you think, like, oh, there's 7,000 people, but there, I don't know how many millions of people live in that area.
Sure.
In the greater Philadelphia area, you'd think there'd be, like, more people stepping up to do it, and there's not. So they told me they do, at Penn, they do about 700 liver transplants a year. I believe. Maybe that's a wrong number, too.
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot.
That's a lot. That does seem like a lot. That seems like too many.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe
That's
they're
like,
shipping them. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
They don't-
That would be like a little under 2 a day.
That seems
Kinda.
excessive.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a
maybe,
lot of
maybe my numbers are
doctors, I
wrong.
don't know.
Yeah,
There's a lot of doctors.
but there's
a lot
like
of
a
people
lot.
who need
There's
them.
a lot of. It's not just one doctor. Like there was like
Right.
12 people in my room, and then the girl that received my liver, there were, 12 people in her room and
Mhm.
nurses, and But I mean, it's their job. But yeah, I don't know.
True.
But I mean, you think if there's only 700, that's 10% of the people. Which what happens to the other 90%?
Right.
I'm assuming in time they die.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's sad that
Yeah.
there's so many, but at the same time few in the grand scheme of things. I remember reading articles too where they're trying to like, generate human organs from pigs, to help with the shortage. When I don't know if there needs to be a shortage.
Mm.
There should be enough people just.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyone that's considering doing it, there's a nonprofit called Donor Shield that will give you like lost wage reimbursement. So like I'm still essentially getting like a paycheck from them, up to 12 weeks. They do like if you had to travel for it, they'll do gas, food, lodging reimbursement as long as you save receipts. I didn't do any of that. I'm not organized enough, but
Organized.
but yeah, but it hurts. Yeah, it does hurt. It hurts a lot. But at
Right.
the same time, too, is it worth hurting for a week or two so somebody doesn't have to die? I think so.
Yeah. 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 Definitely. That's it's definitely something to consider. I don't know. It's like, it's just something I don't even really think about like in my day to day.
Well, it's probably because you don't know anyone, right?
Right.
Like if you knew someone, you'd probably be like, oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
and I don't know
I think
what
that might be the case for a lot of people though. Like it's just something that like you don't really think about. Like I think if more people thought about it more, then I'm sure it would probably happen more. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what my liver wound up going to a 5-year-old girl. That's all I know. They wrote me a letter. I don't know why a parent didn't donate or an aunt, but I don't know their family situation. Maybe they literally tried and they weren't a match, or there's other reason they, maybe there's something wrong with their own liver. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I feel like people would donate to someone they know a lot quicker. But if you don't know anyone, you don't think about it.
Right.
But there's people out there that need them that don't have family members that can. So.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a very cool thing. It's also insane to think about the fact that like you can just take a liver out of one person, put it in another, and
Yeah, I remember when we were in the hospital. I think it was actually Melanie that asked when we were sitting there waiting. One of my test days, I think she asked my donor coordinator, like, how long till we know if this girl accepts like Alan's, or if she's going to reject the organ. And she's like, that's not a thing. And I'm like, what? She goes, well, like rejection is like temporary. We just adjust medication till she accepts it. I'm like, well, that's wild. She's like, yeah, 30% of all organ donations get rejected. That doesn't mean they need another one. It just means we adjust their medication. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, that's pretty wild.
that is wild. Oh, so that's the other thing. So this girl will have to be on medication for.
I'm assuming, yeah. I
for
don't
the
know.
rest of her life,
I've
like-
never received an organ,
Right, yeah.
So I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of medication probably
Right.
for the rest of her life.
Wow.
But I don't know. Maybe after like
10 years or something.
or like once she's fully grown. I don't.
Right. The body's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the liver is important too, for sure. I don't know exactly what it does. I know it's like filtering
I'm
out.
going to be honest. I don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Our liver expert doesn't know. I know it's for like alcohol.
Well, it does something with their blood too.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
like filtering blood, I believe.
Yeah.
I remember I went to kind of like career shadow at a hospital in Philly, and I was in like the ICU, and there was
What
a
hospital were you
lot
in?
of crazy stories. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one my cousin was working at, she kind of got me in,
Okay.
and I got to like see all the doctors and go around and see like lines be put in and surgeries. It was really cool. Also, kind of like very spooky, and just a lot was
Yeah,
and,
I was at Penn, and it was gigantic.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what I expected going into it too. Like I think I almost felt like there was like a liver donation wing.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
I'd be with a bunch of other people that just donated their liver, and no, it's a hospital. Like
Yeah.
it's a regular hospital, and there's people coming. Like I was in the ICU I was supposed to be in the ICU for about a half a day to a day. And and it all depended on when a bed became available in the next wing, like there's a recovery wing. There were no beds available for 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So I spent most of my time in the ICU.
Hmm.
So like there'd be people coming in that were in car accidents or, for all kinds of different reasons, just needed surgery. Something went terribly wrong, and
Wow.
they just had a surgery. And so like I was like the healthiest one there, even though I'm a day out of, like a 7-hour surgery, And even when I walked over I walked myself to the recovery room on Friday, and then I wound up leaving Saturday morning. But they're like, "Oh, usually we don't get people walking over here. Usually they're wheeled over." I'm
Right.
like, "Oh, well, guess I'm the lucky one."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. It is a
Yeah.
wild hospital. It's huge. There's a lot going on. But they were great. Oh my goodness, they were like the regular room nurses were great too, but I didn't really need help with anything at that point, and I wasn't there that long. The ICU nurses were incredible. They spent so much time like in my room. Like, maybe some people would be annoyed by that, and like the times they're coming in and checking my blood pressure at 3 a.m. I wasn't thrilled, but like they were on top of it. Like you needed something, you press that button. They were like in. What do you need? And they were back immediately with it. They were awesome.
That's
I have
awesome.
nothing but positive things to say about Penn. They were the whole experience was incredible.
That might need to be a future episode. ICU nurse.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd
We
be
know
cool.
plenty of nurses.
We do know a lot of nurses.
But yeah, I say that because there was one guy who had liver failure, and we
Ooh.
were in his room, and it was like very shocking. Like because the filtration that was happening or whatever it does, like was not happening. His entire body, like all of his skin was yellow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And like his like eyes like behind like yellow, and it was just like it just felt like it was like out of like a show.
Did
I don't
you
know
get
what-
yellow at all?
No.
Okay.
I don't, and I think you can, but like again, they took such a small portion of mine. I never had any of that. But I don't understand. Maybe I should have done more research before we did this too. I don't know. Like a kidney, like if your kidneys fail, you go on dialysis.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah.
terrible. Like that's terrible too, And from what I understand, like it really makes you like tired pretty much all the time. And you go and sit on the machine 3 times a week for 4 hours. It sounds awful, but like at least you have something with a liver. Like find a liver. Like
Right.
that's what your option is essentially, and like they'll help you, depending. And sometimes a lot of times it's easier to find your own, which is a weird thing to go shopping for.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
I don't know how like that guy turned out, or like
Yeah, I don't know.
if there's medication
Yeah.
they can. Again, in the letter I received from the family of the girl that I donated to, they said that she was really sick the last 2 years. I don't know.
Okay. That was gonna be my question. Was like, was that? And like you said, you don't know anything about her really, but like, do you know if it was like something she was born with that they knew they were gonna have?
No,
to find a liver, or-
I don't know any
Okay.
of that. So I'm pretty sure English was not their first language. So it wasn't a very long letter, which is fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting some like novel written, thanking
Yeah.
me over it, because there's only how much can you say too?
Right.
Like they don't know me, But there were some parts too that were pretty hard to like.
figure out.
Yeah, what they were trying to say, and I think I got the gist of most of it. But yeah, that was not mentioned, or if it was, I didn't understand what they were trying to say. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we can keep it moving along. We have a couple deeper questions. That
oh
we'd like
boy,
to
I
ask
thought that was the deep stuff. All right.
each guest.
Yeah.
Or maybe just thought provoking. We just it's a standardized.
Yeah.
Like, what's
3
your favorite
questions.
movie?
No.
Well, and we already did kind of like
Yeah.
some of it is like trying to learn more about a subject, and so we've done that like twice already now. So, or like learning more about blasting and
yeah.
liver donating. So, but yeah, these are
Yeah. The first being like, what is a big misconception about organ donation or blasting? Anything we've talked about.
Oh man, I would say I'll do them both.
Yeah.
I'll do rapid fire.
Yeah.
People hear blasting, I think it's fun. It's not. I would even say the blowing up part isn't really all that fun. It's just a job. I don't hate it. It's
Yeah.
a job. It's I have bills to pay, and it's a job I do.
it does that. Yeah.
With liver donation, what's a big misconception? That I'd say that see, like I didn't read this. That it. I think people, maybe it was just me. Maybe I got luckier because of the the section they took, it didn't hurt as bad. That it's like super painful for a super long time. I was in a lot of pain when I first woke up, and then they gave me pain meds. I felt great for about a day, and then the pain meds that they changed me to were not working, and then I was in a lot of pain for about 18 hours until they realized, oh, these pills or these pain meds that we're giving him are not working at all. And then they switched my pain meds again, and they immediately started working again, and I was fine. And then, so I was on pain medication the entire time I was in the hospital for 5 days. They sent me home with very good narcotics. I took one the day I came home and didn't take another one. I took Tylenol and Advil for 4 or 5 days, and I've not taken that. Like, I think people think it's this huge surgery, and it is. I have a very large incision on my stomach. They cut through, like, I never really thought about that, too. They cut through your skin, obviously, and there's muscles. They cut through all that, and then they have to sew you back up in, like, layers.
Wow.
So, like, it hurt. I'm not going to lie. It did hurt, and it's a very major surgery. I felt fine in, like, 2 weeks. Like, not pretty good. Felt pretty good in 2 weeks. So, like, do something to save someone else's life, to be, like, inconvenienced or, like, in pain for a day and inconvenience for 2 weeks. And I think people overthink how dangerous, and, like, Penn told me they've never had a death at Penn. And the last liver donation death in the United States was in 2016.
Oh,
That's
wow.
10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Like, it's safe. It doesn't hurt that bad. That's what I would say about doing something like that.
Misconception.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true, too. I'm always curious with people's hospitals experience, especially with pain medicine. I think in previous years that's been an issue, and I think with, like, overdosing. Or
Oh, yeah.
Not overdosing,
I was kind of worried about that, too, like,
Yeah.
almost asking when felt like I needed it.
Right.
But they were on top of it. Like, I was on a schedule. The first couple of days I was in, like, we're going to give this to you at this time, and we'll be back in 4 hours and giving it to you again. In 4 hours, we're going to give it to you again. And then they spaced it out. Okay, we're going to do it 6 hours apart, and as long as and if you need anything before then, let us know. And sometimes I did, and sometimes I didn't. And then by the end, I'm like, I don't even think you need to give me that. It was 5 days later.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. The day I came home, I made them give me stuff because I didn't know about the car ride, and I wanted to sleep that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They have a schedule, and they know they're not going to overdose, make you overdose. So
Right, or, like, make you dependent on it, I
Right.
think is the bigger
and yeah, they
worry for
followed
a lot
up.
of people.
They followed up on that for sure. So they gave me, like, the heaviest or the strongest narcotic I had was something called Dilaudid.
Never heard of that.
It was a wonder drug. They gave me 16 of them, no
Wow.
refills. I took one, so I have 15 still. And they asked over and over again, how many did you take? When did you take them? Have you taken any since? Because they call me. They called me today, checking in. They didn't ask me that stuff today. They know I'm not taking any of that stuff anymore. But, yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Is there a good way to, like, dispose of those? I don't know, because did you feel uncomfortable having them in your house?
I'm gonna put them in my safe for sure.
Yeah.
They're on the top shelf in a cabinet right now. I don't want my kids even, like, obviously getting a hold of them. So I'm gonna put them in my safe. I've had kidney stones in the past, and I am definitely taking this.
That's awesome.
Drink a lot of iced tea.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I stopped, and I thought that's what did it. And then I had another one
Oh, man.
after I stopped. So the last one I had was probably about 5 or 6 years ago now.
Yeah.
And man, oh my goodness.
Do they have you needed one broken?
No. So the first one I had was less than a millimeter, and I couldn't believe how something that tiny can hurt that bad.
Wow.
Did you ever look at one under a microscope though?
No.
Yeah.
They look like little.
spiky?
They're like little. It looks like like a little jagged ball of glass, like a bunch of broken glass is what it looks like, all layered together. It's
Yeah.
the last one I had. I found
Oh,
that
wow.
was 1.5 millimeters, so I could pass it, and it took me about a week and a half till it came out, and I took a coffee cup, got out of the toilet,
Oh my goodness.
then I like cleaned it, and I got a microscope and put it underneath and looked at it, and
Wow.
it like then I'm like, that's why that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So it doesn't. The passing it did not even hurt. I felt it was uncomfortable. That's when it like moves around before it like drops into your bladder. That's what.
Oh.
That's what hurts.
Yeah.
Try not to get one.
I was gonna
Man,
say,
yeah,
pain
yeah.
I haven't
Or
had to
but if you
feel
do get
yet.
one, you need to call.
I mean, yeah, I have a kidney stone.
No. Oh, man.
Oh man.
It's a dicey episode.
Yeah. the next one?
Yeah, this can also just be more general as well, but we
Right.
like asking each guest how in their life or the topics we talk about, how do you define success?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't
we
know.
didn't talk a whole lot about a pretty huge topic in your life, which is you having kids and
Yeah, that's kind of where my mind went to. Like,
Yeah.
I would have said before kids, like, I don't know if I was ever really, like career driven, though. I think to me, it was always, like, have a home. And now, like, success is, like, I really hope I don't screw up my kids too bad. Like, I hope they get to adulthood and, like, look back at their childhood thinking that most of it they enjoyed anyway, and that, they liked having me, that I was around. Hopefully I make it that long.
Yeah.
And that, they enjoyed their time with me, and that they're able to support themselves or their families and whatever that means for them. Just that I can get I guess success to me would be getting them to adulthood with minor damage.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I'm sure I've already screwed some stuff up, and I'm guessing it's only gonna get worse the older they get. So, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any perfect parenting happening anywhere. Something that I haven't talked about a whole lot on the podcast. I'm pretty into Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
now,
No.
Oh.
I mean, I liked it when I was a kid, and, like, it's cool. Like, I do find it interesting.
yeah, I think what he did was interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
I find
yeah.
the man interesting.
Yeah.
But you said you made it sound like you're like,
No, yeah.
yeah. After this, I'm gonna.
Right.
You guys leave. As
I'm
soon as
not
you guys
going to
leave.
kick back with a episode of Mr. Rogers. Although I have recently been putting on an episode of SpongeBob before I go to bed. It's
Why?
nice.
Because it's an easy watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
It's nice. And it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, the first 3 seasons are really good.
It's been a while. But
Yeah.
my Lily's been asking me if she can watch them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I was 10 when that show came out.
Yeah.
Maybe what year? You have any idea when that year that came out? I may have been older.
I think it was, either, 1999 or, first couple years of the 2000s.
Yeah, that would have been right around the time I was 10 then.
Yeah.
But
Which is before I was born.
I don't know if it was appropriate for me to watch when I was 10. Like some of the things.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of hitting.
Yeah. There's slapstick. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Most of it's pretty chill.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So we haven't let her watch it just because I'm maybe I should watch this first.
Yeah, yeah.
But I probably won't. And she'll probably she turns 7 next week. I'm like, yeah, you're good enough.
Yeah.
That's probably where the parenting thing.
Right,
That's a
right.
screw up.
That's
Hey,
what, I
we'll
really
see.
didn't watch much SpongeBob.
And I didn't either.
But growing up, but I heard other families oh, I cannot watch that because of
yeah.
the innuendos. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
I don't.
I didn't pick up on that as a child, and maybe now I would, and
Right.
maybe I shouldn't let her. I don't know. I think we talked the same thing about Harry Potter one
Yeah,
time
yeah.
before.
We talked about that. Yeah. I don't know. It's it's funny. There are, I think, innuendos here and there, but it's it's I like it because it's it's funny. They don't I don't know. There's kid shows out there that are this is a kid show. We're trying to be a kid show,
Right.
and whatever. So we're gonna treat you like you're a kid. Where it's not like they're giving a whole bunch of adult jokes and
Right.
whatever, but it's not dumbing down comedy. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know
lot of
what I mean.
animation these days too is meant to be enjoyable for the parent and the kid watching.
Yeah.
I think
so that you're not snoozing.
this is not something you're gonna watch. But when my kids were real little, what we watched was Storybots. You ever hear Storybots? It's on
No.
Netflix.
I haven't heard of that.
It's and they'll where does our poop go? And they'll take there's these little animated characters that shrink down real small, and they go through the sewer system, or
Nice.
where do cavities come from? And they'll go in a mouth, and they always have a special guest. So it'll be Whoopi Goldberg's in one, Snoop Dogg's in one. They'll have these really famous people on, and it's pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's entertaining. It's super educational.
Nice.
So I mean, the parents out there listening,
Yeah.
Storybots.
Anywho,
Yeah,
started
sorry,
talking
yeah.
about- no, Mr. Rogers. He
He
Oh, yes.
is great, but
Yes. There's a movie called Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Tom Hanks played
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers. He talked a little bit about that Mr. Rogers didn't have a really great like he had a okay relationship with his son, which is like part of like Mr. Rogers' like whole thing is like that, like it's like kind of like blueprint on like how to parent and like
Right.
it's like geared towards kids, and so you would think if there's anybody who would be like the coolest dad to have, it would be Mr. Rogers. And so, and I think the thing that I take away from that is like, well, nobody's perfect. Mr. Rogers isn't perfect. And also, it's not only not like you can lead a kid in the best way that you possibly can, but it takes a kid also accepting that
Right.
as well. So, yeah, there's no perfect parenting. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, one day.
I say that
Yeah.
without having any kids or any experience of any of that. So, you know,
Like
I
one
don't
day
know.
your kids, they might grow up, start a podcast, and have you on as a guest.
Oh man, I hope not.
Yeah, we did that with our parents. It was a good time.
We both had
Yeah.
each of our parents.
Did you
on.
guys have your moms on together and then your dads on together, or did you do like your parents
No.
and then your parents?
Yeah.
We actually thought about doing it that way, but we had my parents on and then we had
Okay.
his parents on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was really,
Better chemistry that way.
Yeah. Yeah, because our parents don't know each other.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
And it was really cool though, because like it was very meaningful episodes for us. Like we, I really enjoyed like hearing some of the stories that I've like heard my whole life, but like told in full more.
Right.
And like it's out there, so it's gonna be something that like I could show my
Right.
kids one day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. That's some
Yeah.
of my favorite things.
It was fun. And
Yeah.
now we'll have this to also show our grandkids.
Yeah.
That'll be weird.
Yeah, it will be.
Hey, here's a guy I worked with. for a
One day
while.
when they're 3D printing livers, we'll be
Right.
talking about, hey, remember when we used to have to donate them?
Yeah, here, check out
What
this
an
episode
idiot
with-
that guy was.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and then our last kind of major question that we have would be, if you could give one person a piece of advice, what would it be? Or if you could give yourself a piece of advice when you were younger, what would it be?
Oh, when I was young. So which one?
Well,
Either way, I don't know.
because the original question is like, what's one piece of advice you could give somebody? But that's like, I don't know. It feels like hard to think about. So like, I feel like it's more easy for people to think about the question.
So
in
like if
that
I could
sense of the
give,
word.
so you're essentially asking me if I could give younger me advice.
Yeah.
Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
I would say like I don't know. Maybe I wasn't.
Mm.
I picture myself in high school and think like, man, I think I could have been kind of a jerk.
Mm.
And now like when I see people from high school, I don't know what they thought of me. And I
Mm.
wish I just would have been more kind to everyone
Mm.
growing up. That's easy to say now.
Right.
Like I kind of get why, it's easy to excuse, I guess. Like, oh, he's young. I was young. I was stupid. He's just a young, dumb teenage boy.
Yeah.
I don't like that though.
Mm.
It still makes me feel bad about how I possibly treated people or things I said to people. So whenever I see somebody from high school, I try to go out of my way to like go talk to them
Mm.
and let them know. Like I've even asked a couple people like, was I a jerk in high school? And this is actually, I thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I've asked was like, I'm like, and I'll be like, be honest with me, please, just be honest with me. And everyone I asked was like, no, I had no problem with you at all. I'm like, oh, thank God. So like maybe I wasn't, but I felt like I could have been. And
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not asking the right people. But
Mhm.
I make sure if I see someone in public that I went to high school with, I know sometimes people are like, I'll seek them out. I seek them out and make sure I make like a positive connection. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
You need to go to your class reunion and just get on the mic. Was I a jerk? Raise your hand, please.
I've asked. I know of two people that I went to high school that I flat out that I reconnected with in the last like 2 or 3 years. That I flat out like after
Yeah.
a while, because I reconnected with them. Then we spent enough time together. I'm like, I think they'll tell me the truth.
Mm.
And it was 2 girls I graduated with. I'm like, was I? Both of them were like, no.
Hmm.
Oh, whew. You make me feel good. All right.
Yeah.
But
That's cool. That's interesting. I'm still at the point where I wouldn't say I avoid people from high school, but like I'm definitely not seeking them out. I don't know.
yeah, and like I don't know that I would too if I. Like you were probably kind in high school. You remind me of a guy that was kind in high school.
Yeah,
If
I
I was
don't
kind
know.
in high school, I don't know that I would be seeking these people out. I might be like putting my hood up and like.
Yeah. I think I was I was
Because they were jerks in high school. Don't want to talk to them.
I was very like to myself and like I was not quiet because not with my friends. Like with my friends, I
Right.
was not quiet. But I didn't. I really only talked to like people in the music department or whatever, and so like so a lot of the people I like know them, but I have like even in high school hardly ever talked to them. So like it's just like somebody. It's just a person, you know. It's like sure I went to high school with them. But
I was very outgoing,
Mm.
and I still feel like I am. I talk to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk to everyone like I would have talked to my like my bros,
Yeah.
and I would give my guy friends a hard time,
Mm.
and I think my guy friends knew I was just,
Yeah,
and they would
just
do it
give 'em a
back to
hard
me.
time,
Yeah, like
yeah.
you do with your friends, like you
Yeah.
guys probably do with each other.
Yeah.
Not everyone was that close with me, and I felt like I may have said some things trying to be funny or that I thought were funny that maybe people didn't think were funny, and
Yeah.
that's not on them. That was on me to not be reading the room correctly or them correctly.
Sure.
So
Yeah. 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 It's definitely something to be aware of. People out there getting advice from Alan.
right, yeah, and maybe don't take advice of me. I don't know.
Yeah. We have some younger listeners too, so that's cool. But yeah.
We also have some. Maybe you don't want to bring this up. Maybe I'm not reading the room correctly. This might just be mean. It's like I have some friends, family that are having receding hairlines. When did you commit? When
No.
did you commit to a shaved head?
Very young.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of hair, like a lot of. I don't have anything to show you.
Is wearing hats an issue? Like, does that
What do you mean issue for what?
like? I've heard.
Do you
like,
want me to wear a hat? Is what you're saying?
No. I've heard like if you wear hats too much, it like makes your head too warm, and then you could go bald early.
I think mine was straight genetics.
Yeah.
I had a lot of hair. Like you should see my senior picture. It was like bushy, like more than that.
If
Like,
you want to send it to me, I'll put it in the episode.
I can see if I can find something.
Some other time. Yeah.
But when I was 19, I decided I'm going to shave my head, skin, and I called my mom. I was at a friend's house at like 10 o'clock at night, and I called my mom. Like I was 18. I just graduated. I'm like, hey, I'm going to shave my head because I always had lots of hair. I'm like, I don't want you freaking out when I come in the door, like not recognizing me or like being so like because my dad has really long hair, and so we're a hair family. So I was taking a risk, and she's like, no, that's fine. So I hung up. She calls me back like 10 seconds later. She's like, I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to tell you or not. I'm like, what? She's like, when you were a baby, you had a really funny shaped head. So I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna do it. I'm like, I don't care. I'll still do it. So then I shave my head.
so funny.
I shave my head. I'm looking at my head. I'm like, that's a nice round head.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at least I have a good. But then I started growing it back out, and it was not coming in great at all. Like it
Wow.
came in, like it wasn't receding. I think I could have dealt with a receding hairline. I think I even could have dealt with a hairline where you got like the bald spot back
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
My bald spot was right here.
Oh.
Oh,
Like I had a
man.
strip of hair,
Oh.
like maybe like a half an inch thick, and then I had a bald spot. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, that looks terrible, like awful.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I'm like, I was probably 19 or 20, and just like, and I've
Gone.
had shaved head ever since.
There you go.
Wow.
So I'm not. I know some people say like, when you talk about people that are going bald, like just shave it and get it over with. You got to bite the bullet and just do it.
Mm.
I'm not going to tell anyone to do that. Like if people are listening that want bald advice, don't take it from me. I did it early. If you want to fight it, go for it.
Yeah.
That was because you saw signs, so you wanted to like get over with, or you were just like out of having fun, be like, what if we all just went bald, and then it just didn't grow back
What do you mean?
correctly?
Why did you shave it? To
Yeah,
begin
why'd you
with?
Why did I?
shave it?
I just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
a random. Like I was 18, and you do weird stuff when you're 18.
Right.
And
I've
Yeah.
thought about it. I mean, we've buzzed
We've done it, yeah, we've
multiple
done the
times.
buzz, yeah.
I've thought about clean shaving, and now I definitely
if
won't.
you've done buzzed, you. I don't
No.
think it had anything to do with me shaving it. That
Yeah.
made me go bald. I think it was so like there was like in
you shaved too close to
it-
the scalp or something.
I damaged like permanently damaged hair follicles.
Yeah.
There were signs like looking back on it, like when I had all my hair, when I'd take a shower and I'd like scrub it, I'm looking at my hair, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of hair. And I thought I had super thick hair too. I thought, oh, it's just gonna have a lot of hair.
Hmm.
And now looking back, and I'm like,
Oh.
no, that
That
was
was
me
falling
going
out.
bald. Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't think it had anything to do with me taking
Right.
the risk. But
Yeah. I think I'll be bald one day. I don't have great genetics on my mom's side, which is supposedly where.
yeah, that's where mine is too.
Yeah.
Like I said, my dad has long hair.
Yeah.
It's my mom that has like thinning hair, and her dad was completely bald.
Yeah, my dad has good hair, but my mom's dad, my grandpa, was like bald all the time.
Is it receding at all? I can't tell from here. Do you feel like it is?
I mean, it's a little. I don't know. It's not.
I don't know.
Not
That's
bad.
normal.
No.
Yeah.
Is yours?
I mean, it goes back in.
Is that what you're asking? Are you afraid?
No, I don't think so.
I have a nice line, but it doesn't really go back yet. We'll see. I feel like it's a little bit farther back than it used to be, so I don't know. But yeah. Well,
Get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Right there, like a line.
Yeah.
And then you can tell how far it's
Right,
going back.
yeah.
Get one every year.
It's a benchmark. Like how many
tree.
rings? Yeah.
Like a tree, yeah. That's awesome. Well, there's two more things I wanted to ask you about. Number one, you're wearing a System of a Down shirt.
Yes.
I know this about you. You are a fan of rock music.
Correct.
How big of a fan would you say that you are? And how many concerts have you been to?
Oh, I don't know how to answer either of those. How many concerts? 50?
Okay. I know you've been to like a lot. I've been to like 3 in my entire life.
No, yeah, I went a lot when I was younger. Like even with my parents, they would take me, and then when I had, when I lived at home and had a full-time job, then it was like, hey, nothing else to do with this money.
Yeah.
And now my wife lets me do one a year. So last year I actually did 2. I got one as a birthday present from my parents. So that's how I
nice.
did 2 last year. How big a fan? A pretty big fan.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say it's like part of my identity.
Yeah.
Like I'm not Alan the heavy metal guy.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that about you either. Like
Like this is a shirt to me. Like I
Right.
picked it out and like, yeah, it doesn't have stains on it. All
Yeah.
right.
and I would say I only really found actually Mike was the first one that told me like Alan with his heavy metal music, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then when I was like in the car with you on the way to the job site a couple of times, we like
Yeah.
listened to, and I enjoyed it. It's
I
like-
listen to pretty much anything but country. Like I like rap a lot too, which is probably something the vibe you probably don't get from me.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very funny having grandparents in future generations that are just like into like hard rock and
Yeah,
rap.
I don't know how much it's going to carry over because my wife really doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Like my son's favorite song for probably a solid year when he was like 3 was "Renegades of Funk" by Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
She was not a fan of that.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, Christopher Lee released a heavy metal Christmas album when he was 90. He's an actor.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Well, he was much more than an actor, but he played Count Dooku in Star Wars.
That's why I don't know.
And,
Lost him at Star Wars.
yeah. And
You lost him at Count Dooku.
and Saruman in Lord of the Rings. And many other. He actually, I think at one point had, I don't know if he still does, the record for most movie credits. Anywho. Yes. So that's cool. Interesting. Something that now we know about you that we didn't before.
Yeah. Melanie does not appreciate people knowing that.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, she actually told me, she's like, it's still like the one thing, like I like so much your personality. It's like the one thing about your personality that I just don't understand. Because like I feel like I am pretty like happy, easygoing.
Yeah.
And then I put on this like angry music.
Right.
I don't know if it's like an outlet for me, if that's why I'm so happy, like generally
Sure.
because of
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I just enjoy it. I enjoy it. Like, and I've even told her too, like I could listen to what you're listening to. Like she's hearing the lyrics.
Mhm.
I'm like, you could take all those lyrics away and I would still, this is what I would listen to.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's about the music. It's not about the lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
So most of the time.
Yeah. I definitely see the appeal in the heavier stuff. I don't listen to
I don't know how, like, to a lot of people too, like System of a Down is not that heavy.
Mm.
To me, that's like the heaviest it gets. I don't
Right.
like listen to any like,
Right. Like screamo type
No
stuff.
barking.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And then the other thing was we've talked about parenting like
I thought that was 2. Is that not 2 questions?
no.
Oh,
That was a
guess it was two-
one question, 2-parter.
Yeah, I have another 2-part question of a question. We've talked about parenting like here and there now. We had like
Couple episodes.
Yeah, the first episode of season 2 was with.
I bending your mic cord. Are you getting mad at me? I was like playing with my fingers. It's
I actually it was kind of grinding my gears.
I was
a little
wondering.
bit.
I was like an audio dude. Does that actually bother you?
No,
I'm
I
trying to like straighten it out now.
It won't affect the audio that much, but like the.
That's what I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
about
yeah,
wires.
yeah.
So like, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Get me a mic stand next time.
If I
Or fidget.
if I really cared about it, I would have said something. But
Sorry.
no, it's okay. Yes.
Parenting.
We've talked about newborns
Yep.
because we've had 2 people on that have like fresh kids.
under 1 year old. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had our parents on who've talked a little bit about their episodes weren't on parenting, but we talked about it a little bit, and we are both like
Adults.
children. Yeah, so interested in the age that your kids currently are, which is 6 and 8, right?
5 and 6. So my
5 and
daughter
6.
my daughter will be 7 in 10 days.
Oh,
So
okay.
5 and 7 more or less.
Okay. So what is a difference in these ages than 1 and 3, and I don't know.
They're a lot more independent, which is a gift and a curse. Like they're still at the age where like if they have nothing better to do, they want to play with you. But they're also at the age now where sometimes they feel like they have things that are better to do than play with you. They want to go to the neighbors. Like they want to play with their friends more than they want to play with you now. Which makes it super nice to clean the house or like, hey, like even I thought like, oh, now they're going to have friends over. So our house is going to get trashed. And their friends come over and they go to a bedroom or we have a playroom and we like, hey, just try and limit your trash to there. And it kind of allows us to like clean up the rest of the house, so that's nice. But yeah, at the same time too, like they don't need you as much, and sometimes you just want to snuggle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's interesting.
that's the biggest difference, I would say. Obviously, there's like intellectual differences, like they're going to school and they're like Drew's currently learning how to read. Lily's reading at like a 3rd or 4th grade level. She's incredible.
Nice.
And that's fun to watch them do and start using the words that you didn't even know they knew. And yeah.
That's cool.
Are you like worried for the day where you like can no longer help with math homework?
My wife's a math teacher.
Oh,
So like no.
Yeah.
So actually, she's currently teaching English, but she is was born to be a math teacher. So I'm not concerned. The plan I think long term is for her to get. She's teaching at Ephrata. She wants to stay at Ephrata, but long term she wants to teach math at Ephrata. So that's the goal.
Very cool.
So no, I'm not concerned about that. That's
Yeah,
they're going to be going to
nice.
her. They're not coming to me.
Right. So I don't know how to formulate this question. I'm interested in the relationship that parents have with other, like their kids' friends' parents.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love it. Like you guys are still like young, and most of your friends are still local, and you can still see most of them. I'm sure there's people that you thought you were going to hang out though from high school
Yeah.
that you don't now. That number continues to shrink.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it almost goes away. Like you guys might stay in touch and maybe a couple other guys, but like the more your friends start having kids, I'm not saying they go away like they're going to move out of state, but
Sure.
like you're going to see them less. It's just it's natural.
Yeah.
It got to the point where like I was hardly seeing any of my friends ever. And there was like 1 or 2 that I would talk to, or you make new friends here and there, and then I switched jobs, so I lost a lot of my friends from switching jobs, and then I switched jobs to a company that had Mike when I started,
Right.
and I like Mike.
Yeah.
I was actually at his house last week for dinner.
Oh,
Like, I
nice.
mean,
Yeah.
we get along great.
Yeah.
But it's a different dynamic when you're used to having 10 work friends, and now you have 1, and he's your boss. Like it's a
Right.
different dynamic. But then your kids start getting friends, and their friends are coming over, and their friends aren't coming over for the first time usually without parents, and you start meeting their parents, and there's several couples now that my wife and I will do things with, and we would even do things with without our kids, but I like our kids, my wife likes our kids, my kids' friends like their kids, so it's really nice doing stuff. It's like families, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like that. I feel like I'm having more friends than I've had in a while, like probably
Right.
since high school. It's because I'm making friends through my kids.
Yeah, and like my parents' best friends right now are is a couple that they met through like me being in marching band, and I don't even talk to their kids anymore,
Right.
Because we've naturally grown apart.
Right.
Like I just don't see them, so we don't talk. And so yeah, it's just that's an interesting topic and thing.
It's kind of funny because like when your kids are young, like probably under 4 or so, like you kind of dictate who their friends are because it's
Well,
like other couples that like
I-
have kids.
I felt like even now, like I'm kind of like, hey, she seems really nice.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
even
that's
that,
funny.
like grooming them a little bit, but like it makes more not because I want to be friends with their parents, but because like I'm like, hey, she seems really kind. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you guys go be kind together instead of you learning how to be something else?
Right.
Like me. Like I want my kids to not be like me in school in a way. Like I told both my kids their first day of school. I took a day off when both of them went to their first day in kindergarten. I told them on the way, I'm like, I want you to get good grades. I want you to be successful. Obviously, I said, I want you to listen to your teacher. I said, but to me, like the most important thing, and I think it's because of the way I was in school. I said the most important thing you do is be kind. Like be kind to even the kids you don't like. Like I'm not saying you have to be best friends with them, but you need to be kind to them. And like we've gotten notes from both of their teachers talking about how kind they are, and that just like I've cried reading the notes, and I almost cried. Like their report card just went out last week, and Lily's note, like Drew's teacher didn't just kind of gave like a generic note, like it was the same note to all the parents. Lily's actually wrote her one about her. It was only 3 sentences. I'm like, ooh. I didn't actually cry. I had to fight it though, but because Lily will mock me if I cry in front of her. She was right there. She won't mock me. She'll be like, "Are you crying? Why are you crying?" And I have to like explain it to her. So
That's awesome. Yeah, very cool. That's yeah. I think being a father is very special, and
Yeah.
having kids is like one of the coolest things you can do on the planet. So yeah,
and in different ways too. Like our kids are very different. Lily is so just smart. I'm not saying my son is. Maybe that came out wrong. He struggles more in school. He's very young though. He was the youngest in his class. Like he turns 6 in August, so like he'll be graduating when he's 17. And the difference between an older 5-year-old and a younger 5-year-old is noticeable, and especially in school. So he's struggling a little bit. He's picking it up. Like he's starting to pick it up. He's doing a lot better with his reading and with his writing. And but Lily is very like proper. And Drew is just an animal. And like I enjoy both of them, like the way they are. Like Lily is so like she wants to play like an organized game and follow the rules, and Drew is just like, can I climb on you?
Yeah.
Can I tackle you? And we're like fighting and and it's just they're both so different but so much fun. Like in their own way. So
that's awesome.
yeah.
Very cool. Well, I want to thank you for taking time away from being with your kids.
Oh, it was my pleasure. They were awful.
For coming in. We appreciate your perspective on things and your willingness to give us your knowledge on these subjects and.
There were a couple times I said like maybe I should Google this or like maybe don't listen to anything I said.
That's
I don't
okay.
know.
Well, hey, and on this podcast we go by what's going on in our brain. We don't usually make things up. So this was a good one. I appreciate it. I'm excited for you to get back to work too.
I bet you're more excited than I am. No, I don't dread it, but it's nice being home, especially when it's like today. Like you didn't. I know you didn't work today either.
No.
But,
yeah.
We'll talk about that after. We cut this. You can cut this part out too.
No, it's all right. And back to basketball as well. So
yeah, I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I've been practicing a specific move that I can.
Just a score on me.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see. But yeah. So, all right. Wrapping it up. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Do your laundry.
All right.
Woo!